Hello everyone, and welcome to my The Bold and the Beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Wednesday, December 29 show that when John Finnegan contacted to inquire about the estimated time of arrival for some test results, he was informed that there might be a delay since the lab was short-staffed. Finn thought that Ridge Forrester had come along expecting for good news, namely an update on when Eric might return to his former self. While Finn was unable to provide any guarantees, he did reassure Ridge that Eric had reached all of his milestones and was expected to complete this stage of his recuperation. Nevertheless, Finn was aware of the difficult situation Ridge was in as a medical power of attorney and knew he would be concerned until he saw noticeable improvement. Eventually, Ridge felt it was time to rejoice, and he hugged Finn and thanked him for saving Eric's life. Hope Logan was informed by Thomas Forrester at Forrester Creations that she was not need to respond to inquiries from Steffy Forrester, and that Hope was not in court. Although Hope reassured Steffy that her emotions for Thomas were sincere, Steffy questioned the depth of their connection and whether Hope really loved Thomas. Douglas Forrester was brought up by Steffy, who expressed worries about Hope's possible manipulation of his father. After a while, Hope assured Steffy that this was none of her concern, but Steffy thought Thomas would suffer a shattered heart since Hope was unable to love him in the way he required. Hope joined Ridge in the main office when Thomas requested a minute alone with Steffy, where she bemoaned the fact that Steffy had put her in her place. Ridge inquired about Hope's thoughts for his kid, assuming that this had to do with her affections for Thomas. In the end, though, Ridge hinted that he wouldn't get involved as long as Thomas made wise decisions. Hope talked about being content to live in the present with Thomas and expressed her desire that Steffy would take the same approach. Hope was listening to her heart at the moment and sensed that Thomas was content as well. Hope was concerned that if everyone continued to push and cross boundaries, conflict may arise after she said they needed time to sort things out. With that foreboding remark, Ridge appeared thoughtful. On Wednesday's B&B episode, Thomas was back with her and questioned what the heck Steffy was doing, wondering if she was deliberately attempting to destroy their relationship. Particularly when he acknowledged that Hope hadn't told him outright that she loved him. Steffy was worried that Thomas' infatuation might resurface. However, Thomas defended his relationship with Hope, pointing out that Steffy wasn't present for all of their private moments together. Thomas also noted that Steffy maintained that Hope's statement that she loved him for his commitment was not the same as Hope's actual declaration of love. Thomas became more adamant as the argument grew and said that Steffy wasn't required to be encouraging, but he wouldn't allow her to interfere with their relationship. As Finn got closer to the door, he heard Thomas insulting Steffy, so he burst in and told Thomas that he was acting inappropriately. Even though Steffy was Thomas' sister, Finn nevertheless cautioned him about speaking to her in that manner. "Do you hear me?" Finn yelled. Keep an eye out for spoilers on The Bold and the Beautiful, as Thomas and Finn may become quite the rivals if December 28 spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful indicate that John Finnegan would not back down after he overheard Thomas Forrester yelling at Steffy Forrester. Finn won't allow Thomas to speak to Steffy in that manner since he told Thomas that he was acting inappropriately. Naturally, Steffy initiated the situation by trying to provoke Thomas and create problems in his relationship with Hope Logan. It's unfair for Steffy to speak her mind without anticipating a retort from Thomas after she just spent a significant portion of the day berating him. It seems like Finn is overreacting and giving Steffy the cold shoulder in this situation because Thomas has the right to self-defense. Although it's admirable that Finn wants to shield his wife, Steffy is more than capable of having a disagreement without her husband having to intervene. Thomas is free to express his desire for Steffy to not ruin the positive relationship he has with Hope. Finn will still be agitated when he eventually returns to the workplace, since it appears like Thomas will essentially tell him to butt out and claim that it's none of his concern. After speaking with Hope, Ridge Forrester will go find Steffy and tell her about his worries. Ridge may then ask Steffy to be less strict with Thomas and give him more freedom to make his own decisions. Ridge could be concerned that Steffy is going to drive Thomas over the line because of how hard she is pressing. Returning to Finn, this Friday's B&B episode will feature a new patient. Anticipate Xander Avant, played by Adane Bradley, to forge a startling bond between Finn and the Forresters. Xander could easily find a photo of Steffy and Finn together or something similar. When Xander learns that Finn married into the Forrester family, he will undoubtedly be shocked. After Xander reveals that he was formerly employed by Forrester Creations, the conversation will inevitably turn to Thomas and how dangerous he was in hiding Beth Spencer's survival. However, with Xander realizing Finn's connection to Forrester, Thursday's cliffhanger could set the setting for the impending Thomas drama. According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Finn's worries about Thomas will only intensify. Be sure to check back for more on all the worrying information and rising tension. According to the spoilers for Tuesday, December 29's episode of Bold and the Beautiful, Steffy Forrester congratulated John Finn Finnegan for saving Eric Forrester, but he also warned her that Eric still had a long way to go. Nevertheless, Steffy was appreciative of Finn's second opportunity for Eric. Steffy acknowledged that she had never wanted to make love to someone more than she did at this moment, as she thought back on all the feelings she had for Finn. Finn and Steffy decided to postpone their romantic gestures till their alone time at home because they were in his workplace. Steffy was happy that Thomas Forrester had been able to rely on Hope Logan lately, but she was concerned about Thomas Forrester since he has a tendency to internalize things when he is afraid or pressured. Despite this, Steffy remained worried since she didn't think Hope would ever show her the same kind of affection that Thomas did. Considering Thomas' past, Finn said it was difficult to hold Hope responsible for that, but Steffy thought her brother had made significant progress. Steffy was now concerned that it might backfire on Thomas and that Hope would be overly carefree with her sentiments. Before Finn could return to his business, Steffy complimented him for being her little miracle worker. Finn reassured Steffy that she would never have to wonder what her family would do in the absence of him. Hope told Thomas at the Forrester Creations design office that Eric was making a strong effort to get back to them and that she felt comfortable enough to breathe again. Without Hope's encouragement, Thomas didn't know where he would be. He also received a pep talk about Eric becoming their best friend again. After they had spent so much time together and grown so close, Thomas told Hope he loved her and that he could see how much she loved him too. That gave Thomas all the information he required, but Steffy overheard and became concerned. Thomas argued there was no need for it when Steffy came in and voiced her worries. Though Steffy was grateful for Hope's encouragement, she pondered what type of relationship this was and whether it was a good idea overall. Though Steffy wasn't quite convinced, Thomas reassured her that he had everything under control. Hope was forewarned by Steffy not to lead Thomas on or play with his feelings after she revealed that Thomas had been in love with her for a long time. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.